Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into another video. Really appreciate it. Today's going to be a short one. It's going to be on cooking these guys. We're going to do a quick and easy recipe. Going to use some pancetta, Italian bacon, some lemon, a bit of thyme from the garden. About 5 or 6 ingredients, all readily available. You can get them at your grocery store, wherever. And if you haven't watched our previous video on how to or where to harvest these guys and how to pick them, please do so. That way you can get your hands on them. And I'm going to go inside and show you guys how to process them now. We're going to clean them, wash them off, and then get them boiled. So we got them in our sink, and I did one little rinse. We're going to want to turn on the water, nice cold water, and we're just going to want to get all that rust-colored papery brown stuff off. And we're going to have to do this as much times as we need to. I think 5 or 6 times would be good. So I'd fill it up to there. I'm using one hand here, but then you just drain off all that water and then keep doing it until you see the water nice and clean. This is the second time and we still got a lot of that stuff and some grit coming off. So as much times as you need to, get them nice and clean, and then we'll go to the boiling step. Alright, so we got our fiddleheads nice and clean. Took me about 6 washes or so. Got some water. Came to a rolling boil. And we're just gonna toss them in. And we're gonna let them boil for about 8 to 10 minutes. So I just drained them, and now you just want to put a bowl under your colander and fill that up with some cold water. This is going to stop the cooking process and cool them down. Fill that right up. Alright, hopefully you guys can see me alright. I gotta crouch a bit. But we got our fiddleheads nice and boiled. They're done. Now they're ready to get sauteed. So all we need is some lemon, some pancetta. You could also use regular bacon if you don't have. I have a little pepperoncino. If you don't like heat, leave it out. A little bit of thyme from the garden, and about 3 garlic cloves, and some Parmigiano cheese. So first we're just gonna take the skin off the pancetta, and then just rough dice it. Nice sized pieces. Just like that. Crush the garlic. I think this table is going to break. Take off the peel, nice and easy. That's ready to go. The thyme, just like this, I just washed it, we're going to throw it right in. The pepperoncino, when we throw it in, we're just going to squeeze it a bit. And we're actually not going to need all this lemon. We'll need probably about a quarter. And then the parm, we're just going to grate to finish. Let's go to the burner and get this started. Alright, you guys won't be able to see me, but you'll see what's going on in the pan. That's what really matters. So we got our pan nice and hot. We don't need any olive oil because the pancetta, you could see, has a nice amount of fat on it. So we're just going to throw it in and let that render. A lot of that fat's going to come out. Then we'll throw in our garlic. The Parmigiano and the lemon, that's for finishing. So once the fiddleheads are sauteed, we're just going to finish it off with that. Now you can see some of that fat rendered. We got some of that natural oil in the pan. We're going to add in our garlic cloves. Mix that around. Break them up a bit if you can. Try not to make them fall out like I just did. There we go. And the outer skin of the pancetta, I've seasoned it with some toasted fennel seed, some black pepper, and a little bit of pepperoncino, so that's going to add a little bit of flavor as well. Let that go. Alright, now that's sauteing nicely. I'm going to lower the heat a bit. Got a little color on the garlic as well. Flip this guy over. Now we're going to want to add in our thyme. Just like that. That's good. And in goes the boiled fiddleheads. Give it a nice stir. And this won't take long. We're just going to heat them through. Maybe we'll get a little bit of color on them, but yeah, the main thing is to toss them in that fat and get that flavor all dispersed nice. And turn it back to high. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. This is awesome. Alrighty, we're just going to leave them alone and let it go for a couple minutes. Alrighty, these guys are sauteing up nicely. Now remember, you did cook them before when you boiled them, so you don't want to turn them to mush. So you're not going to cook them too long. This is going to be just a quick fry. Hit them with a bit of salt, not too much, because that pancetta and the parmigiano have a lot of salt in them as well. So at this point, we're going to just add some acid in, cut through a bit of that fat. Just that quarter lemon wedge. And we're going to just grate a little bit of parmigiano in there. As much as you like. Then we can also finish it with some too. That should be good. Give it a nice little toss. Right, and that has a lot of flavor now, guys. So that's pretty much done. Close the flame. All I'm going to do is just add a little bit of more parm on the top, because I'm not going to bother plating this. I'm going to go eat it with my family now. We got some toasted bread, and just eat it right out of the pan, or plate it up if you like. But this is a quick, simple recipe, guys. 5 ingredients, and you got yourself a good foraged meal with some fiddleheads. And you could do this with asparagus as well, any other vegetable. Really adds some good flavor. Alright guys, so we got our finished product. I just want to thank you very much for watching the video. If you do want to see more of our content, just please subscribe and like the video. I'm going to give it a try. Cheese melted, but I'm going to just put a little more on top before I bring it in, and that's awesome. Wow. Yeah, you got some of that fat, some of the acid that cuts through, saltiness from the pancetta and the cheese. Just a great balanced meal. And you can actually have this as a meal. You just have it with some bread, or you do it as a side. Works either way. Thanks guys. Ciao.